Good morning, everybody. At first, I want to welcome you all. Today, I want to give my dear students of the first prep stage a capsule for revision of the English World Curriculum to be prepared for the first term exam, inshallah. I hope you all get benefit from this video. This video is under the supervision of General Inspector Ms. Khadija Said and Inspector Ms. Lubna Sulaiman, also the director of our school, Ms. Dina Musa. It is introduced by me, Ms. Wala Yusuf. Today we are going to deal with the part of grammar in each unit. And I want to assert that this video is for the revision only to review this grammatical part, to let us remember what we have learned before. Okay, let's start. In the first unit, we have here present simple and present continuous. And what's the difference between them? As we know, present simple is formed by adding the verb in the infinitive form with subjects I, we, you, they. When I have subjects I, we, you, have, we put the verb in the infinitive form and we add the verb plus s with the subjects he, she, and it. We can use the present simple tense in habits. When I do something regularly in my life, just like I wash my hair every day. This is a regular action. يعني بعمله بشكل يومي. He usually gets up very early. I noticed that we use the verb in the infinitive. Then when we use he, we put s to the verb. Also, we can use it in facts when we have a fact, a certain fact. Just like I have one brother, it is a fact. He lives in Paris, it is a fact. Water boils at 100 degrees. Okay. The third usage is with the stative verbs, the verbs of senses. The verbs of sense last just like believe, belong, forget, hate, know, like, love, need, think, want, understand, and so on. Our feeling, verbs which refers to our feelings. Just like give me the money, I need it now. What happened? You look sad. And so on. The fourth usage is future timetabled event with timetables. Just like trains tables, plans tables, TV programs, or timetables of exams, and so on. For example, the train leaves at 4. Leaves, because the train is it, refers to it, subject it. The exams start next Monday. Okay, we can form the present simple tense when we see its keywords like always, never, often, sometimes, every day, once a month, or once a week, once anything, etc. Let's turn to the second tense, which is present continuous. Present continuous refers that a certain action occurs now at the speaking time when we are speaking. Let's see its usage. Number one, actions in progress. As we said, something happens now. For example, I can't talk. I can't talk. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm brushing now my teeth. I'm reading a new book. I love it. We can form this tense by adding am or is or are plus the verb plus ing. I am brushing. I am reading. He is watching. She is looking. And so on. The second usage with temporary actions or situations. Something happens nowadays or these days. Just like I am going to work by bus this week. In these days, this week, I'm going to work by bus. I'm living with my cousins until I found an apartment. I'm living with my cousins nowadays. The next usage, changing or developing situations. When we have an action is changing, just like the climate is changing very quickly. Your English is improving. The fourth usage is with future actions that are decided. Actions which is planned. We have planned for these actions. خططنا لها. I'm meeting John this evening. We are leaving tomorrow at 7 a.m. We form the present continuous tense when we see its words or its keywords, just like now, at the moment, these days, this week, or this month, etc. Now we can answer some questions to check our understanding. You can hear, pause the video and test yourself. Then you can see the answers. Complete the sentences with present simple or present continuous of the verbs. Number 1. He usually space to work by bus. We want to put the verb go. He usually. Usually. Yes, you are right. Because there is usually, we put the verb in present simple tense with he, so put is, يبقى he usually goes. He usually goes. Number 2. Tease space on the phone now. Talk. Now. We have here the word now. So we will form the verb in the present continuous tense. We have here a man, so he, يبقى we put is talking, is talking on the phone now. Number 3, Mr. Andrews space first food, not like, sorry, fast food. Mr. Andrews space fast food, not like. This is a habit for him, so we put it in simple present. In the negative sentence, we put don't or doesn't. We have here a man, so doesn't like. Mr. Andrews doesn't like fast food. Number 4. Be quiet. The baby space in his bedroom. Sleep. Be quiet. So this action is happening now. The baby is sleeping in his bedroom. Number 5. Mary's daughter space in Boston at the moment. Study. Yes, at the moment, we have here at the moment. Mary's daughter equals she, so we put is studying. Mary's daughter is studying in Boston at the moment. Number 6. My father space a documentary on TV. Watch. A documentary on TV. Something happens now. So my father is watching a documentary on TV. Number 7. They never space attention to my words. Pay. Never. We have here never. Yes, excellent. We should put the verb in simple present tense. So they takes the infinitive verb. They never pay attention to my words. 8. Water space at 0 Celsius. Freeze. Yes, of course, it is a fact. So we put the verb in simple present. Water freezes. Freezes. Because it equals it. Water freezes at 0 Celsius. Number 9. Harry sometimes space tennis at the club. Play. Yes, we have here sometimes. So we put present simple. Harry sometimes plays tennis at the club. The last one, Pitty space the flute now. She's rehearsing. Play. Now. Yes, Pitty is playing the flute now. Is playing. Excellent, my dear students. Let's We have finished the first unit. So let's turn to the next unit. We have here the past simple and the past continuous. Past simple refers to actions that happened or started and finished in the past. When we want to express something finished. Let's see its usage. We use past simple to express an action that happens at the definite time in the past. The second usage, actions that happened immediately one after another in the past. When we want to compare two actions happened in the past, we put it in the newest one. We put past simple in the newest one, or the last action happened in the past. آخر زمن حصل في الماضي. We can form it by adding the verb in the second form, like when we want to put the verb go, the second verb went, or play, played, the second form of the verb. We put the past form when we see the keys words. The keys, just like yesterday, last week, last year, in the past, at once, and so on. Let's continue to the past continuous. We use the past continuous when we talk about an action took time in the past. Long action happened in the past. We can form it by adding the verbs with verb to be in the past. Was or were plus verb plus ing. For example, we were watching TV yesterday, all day yesterday. We were watching TV. We were watching. These two actions are used to show us two actions. One of them in progress, longer action, but the second interrupted it. حدثين، واحد طويل, then the next one interrupted, يعني قطعوا. So we can use conjunctions in this point to relate two sentences. We have two conjunctions, two main conjunctions, when and while. When relates to sentence, the first one shorter. As you see, the first sentence is shorter action. So we put it in past simple tense. But while relates to sentence, it followed by long action. Long action. So we put it in the past continuous tense. For example, I was watching TV when Jim knocked the door. I was watching TV. كنت بتفرج على التلفزيون when Jim knocked the door. جه حدث تاني قطعه اللي هو Jim knocked the door. This when we put when in the middle. يبقى it followed by past simple. But if we want to put it in the first sentence, at the first, Jim knocked the door. Here is comma. I was watching TV. When we deal with while, it followed by past continuous. Jim knocked the door while I was watching TV. When we want to put it at first of the sentence, I was watching TV, put comma, Jim knocked the door. Okay, we have also as, just as, with while. Take the same rule. We have as instead of while. We can say as I was watching TV, Jim knocked the door. Or we can use just as I was watching TV, Jim knocked the door, and so on. Now, let's check our understand by answering these questions. Number 1. She space a shower when the phone space. We have here when. When is followed by, as we said, past simple. And we put past continuous before it. So the answer is she is having a shower when the phone rang. She was having a shower when the phone rang. Number 2. I space a purse while I space on the street. While is followed by past continuous. So the answer is I found a purse while I was walking on the street. The third one, while the teacher space in the class, the students space some notes. Here we have two actions. Any of them didn't interrupt each other. They didn't interrupt each other. يعني المدرس كان بيتكلم والولاد كانوا بياخدوا notes. So they didn't interrupt each other. So the two actions will write it in the past continuous. While the teacher was talking in the class, the students were taking some notes. The fourth one, the thieves space when the police space him. When. Excellent. The thieves were running when the police saw him. The fifth one, we space dinner when my father in. Excellent. We were having dinner when my father came in. While she space in the sea, she space a dolphin. While she was swimming in the sea, she saw a dolphin. Number 7. My mother space the milk when the baby space. Excellent. My mother was boiling the milk when the baby cried. Number 8. Tea when my mother me. Very good. I was making tea when my mother called me. Number 9. Jack space a film when his friends space. Excellent. Jack was watching a film when his friend arrived. Jack was watching a film when his friend arrived. The last one, while his bike, he space down and his leg. Very good. While he was riding his bike, he fell down and broke his leg. Excellent. I'm sure you all were excellent and could answer the questions perfectly. Now let's turn to the next topic, Unit 3. It was talking about will plus infinitive and be going to plus infinitive. These two ways are used for referring future actions. Doing something after now or after we speak. But here we have differences between will and going to. Let's see. We put will plus the verb in the infinitive in rapid decisions. Rapid decision, quick decision. For example, the doorbell is ringing. I'll open it. أنا خدت قراري أول ما سمعت الباب هفتحه. Also, I am thirsty. I think I will buy a drink. I'm thirsty. I think I will buy a drink. I'm not arranging for this action. Also, we can use it for offering. When you offer doing something for someone, like, that looks heavy, I will help you with it. You offer to help in carrying this heavy bag. The next one, or the next usage, when you promise doing something. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Won't equals will not. You promise to not tell anyone. Also, we can use it with threat. Threat. When you threat anyone, تهدده. If you don't stop, I will tell your mother. If you don't stop, I will tell your mother. The last one with refusal. When you refuse doing something. She won't listen to anything I say. She won't listen to anything I say. But when we talk about going to, it is used for planned actions or prior plan, when we have already planned for this action. The decision was made before the moment of speaking. خططت له. Just like I'm going to the beach next weekend with my friends. I have arranged to go to the beach next weekend with my friends. Also, it is used for evidence with proofs, actions. When we see a proof for doing something, when there is signs that something is likely happen. For example, my stomach hurts a lot. My stomach hurts a lot and I think I'm going to throw up. يعني حاسس ان هو بطنه بتوجعه. So I'm going to throw up. It is 70. They are going to win. 70-0. 70-0. يعني نتيجة هايلة. They are going to win. There is a proof. دليل. Or we say, as we say, it is cloudy. It is going to rain. There are the clouds, so I think or I predict it's going to rain. Now let's check our understanding. Put, will, or going to. The first one. Oh, look, it is going to or it will snow soon. Look. Yes, there is evidence. So it is going to snow soon. It is going to. Number 2. Next summer, I am going to or I will backpack around Europe. Next summer. Excellent. This is an arranged event, so I'm going to backpack around Europe. Going to. Number 3, ring ring. I'm going to or I will answer it. The phone ringing. there is no arrangement, so I'll answer it. Number 4, I think our team is going to, or our team will win the match. Think, we have here think with no evidence, so our team will win the match. مفيش دليل. Number 5, in 2055 robots are going to will be our teachers. In 2055, it is prediction about the future. We have already robots, so he predict that they will be our teachers, so there is an evidence, so the answer is are going to. Turn to the next question. Next Sunday we space an NPA game. Next Saturday. Excellent. We are going to attend. Are going to. Number 2, I think the game space at the Olympic arena. There is think here and there is no evidence, so I think the game will be at Olympic arena. Number 3, my father space tickets tonight. Buy tickets. So I think it is an arranged action. So my father is going to buy. Is going to buy. Excellent, excellent for you all. Let's turn to the next topic. Unit 4. It was talking about present perfect tense. Present perfect tense refers to actions which happened in the past, but we still have its effect. We still have its effect. Action happened and may be finished, but we still have its effect. So, because it is happened in the past, we should compare it with the past simple tense. Past simple tense, as we talked about it before, is formed by subject plus the second form of the verb. It is used to express finished times. Express finished times. But present perfect describe unfinished times. Unfinished times. Actions which didn't finished yet. Haven't finished yet. For example, we lived in Japan from 1995 to 1998. But present perfect, we have worked as teachers since 2011 till now. I work as a teacher since 2011 till now. حتى الآن. يعني ما سبتش شغلتي، لسه شغال. We formed it by adding have or has plus the verb in the past participle form, the third form of the verb. So the first difference, past simple, finished times, present perfect, unfinished times. The next usage refer to definite times. Definite times, past simple refers to definite times. When we determine a certain time, we put the sentence in the past simple tense. For example, I saw the Eiffel Tower in 2007. There is here a definite time, so we mustn't put it in the perfect tense because present perfect refers to undefinite time. undefinite time ما ينفعش ان احنا نحدد فيها الوقت. Like I have seen the Eiffel Tower, but I didn't tell when. The last one, present simple, indicates series of finished actions. For example, first he read the book. Read here, past simple. And then he watched the movie. Read and watch it in the past simple tense. But the present perfect express experience of results. Express experiences or results. Like, she has already watched this movie 3 times. Okay, we put the verb in the past simple when we see its keywords, as we said before, yesterday, last month, last year, at once, and so on. But present perfect has its keywords also, like just, already, yet. Just, already, yet. We put just and already in the middle of the sentence, between have or has and the past participle tense. We use just with the present perfect to talk about things that happened short time before now. Examples: Mary had just arrived from Rome. حالا just means حالا. The next example: I have just written to grandpa. I have just written to grandpa. Turn to already. We use already with the present perfect to emphasize that something happened before now or before it was expected to happen. Already, بالفعل. Examples: she has already studied for the test. خلاص, finished, خلصت. We have already eaten. أكلنا خلاص. Okay, let's turn to yet. Yet, we use yet with a negative verbs to say that something has not happened, but we think that will happen. لسه ما انتهاش أو لسه ما حصلش بس احنا متوقعين إنه يحصل. Examples: I haven't been to Madrid yet. لسه ما روحتش بس في دماغي أروح. She hasn't finished her homework yet. Another use for yet, we use yet in questions to ask if something that we expect to happen. has happened or not. For example, have you finished your work yet? Has she posted the letter yet? Notice, take care that we put yet at the end of negative or question, at the end of the sentence. That we put just and already in the middle of sentence between have or has and the past participle tense, but we put yet at the last of the sentence. Also, we have two words since, for. When we see since or for, we should put the sentence in the present perfect tense. But there is a difference. For is used for a length of time. Length of time. مدة. مدة. For example, for an hour, for 2 weeks, for 10 years, for a long time. But we use since in the specific time when we determine the specific time. الوقت بالضبط. A point of time in the past. Like since 7 a.m., since Monday, since January, since 2001. The starting point of the action. For example, he waited at the airport for 3 hours. Hours. Hours here, a length of time. So we used for, not since. The next one, I have been working since 9 a.m. 9 a.m., the starting point. So we used since, not for. Okay, let's check our understanding. Put just, already, yet. Number 1. Have you learned the English verbs space? Yes, excellent. We have here the space at the last of sentence, so we put yet. Have you learned? Also, it is a question. Have you learned the English verbs yet? Number 2. Please don't send the letter. At the last of sentence, also we have negative yet. Where is John? He has space left. Already left. حاجة حصلت قبل ميعادها. Susan has space visited London. She has space arrived from there. Susan has already visited London. She has just arrived from there. نصوص لحالا. Number 5. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. Negative, the last of sentence, yet. If I'm hungry, I haven't eaten yet. Number 6. Have you bought the tickets? Space. No, not. Space. Very good. Excellent. Question. Yet. Negative. Yet. يبقى have you bought the tickets yet? No, not yet. Number 7. Susan and Peter have space arrived from their honeymoon. Just arrived. Susan and Peter have just arrived from their honeymoon. Number 8. Paul has space studied for the history test, but he hasn't studied for the French test. Space. Something happened before now, so Paul has already studied for the history test, but he hasn't studied for the French test yet. Number 9, the doctor has space done a lot for this poor community. Very good. The doctor has already done a lot of for this community. Number 10, they went to picnic on the banks of Loch Ness and they haven't arrived. Excellent. Yet. Is Kin in? Yes, she has arrived from school. She has just arrived from school. No, mustn't pay. You mustn't pay for the bill yet. Excellent, my dear students. Let's turn to the next question. Sensor 4. Put. Sensor 4. We should here notice the last part of the questions only. Number 3. Kate has arrived here. Space 2012. 2012 here. A period of time or the starting time? Starting time. So we choose excellent since. Number 4. It has been raining space a long time. A long time. Excellent. For a long time. Number 5. The TV has been on space 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Excellent. Since 5 o'clock. I have wanted to be a doctor. Space. I was a kid. I was a kid. Starting time or a period of time? Excellent. Since I was a kid. Starting time. Very good job. Well done for you all. Let's turn to the next point. Unit 5. We have here comparative and superlative. We have 3 kinds of adjectives. First, the main form of the adjective, which we use it in describing nouns. For example, slow turtle, tall boy, quick car, and so on. The second form of the adjective is comparative form. Comparative when we want to compare two things. We have here two things to compare between them. For example, elephant is bigger than lion. Elephant is bigger than lion. Here we compare between two things, elephant and lion. We formed it by adding er plus than. The third form of the adjective, superlative adjective, that we use it when we want to compare between one thing with a group. We use it when we compare between one thing and a group. We form it with adding the before it, then est at the last of it. Also, we have long adjectives and short adjectives. How can we form comparative and superlative? Let's see. Comparative, we put er plus than. Tall, taller than. Short, shorter than. Nice, nicer than. Big, bigger than. Hot, hotter than. Funny, funnier than. Expensive, we can't say expensiver. We can't say, or we can't add er plus expensive because it is too long. So we put more expensive than. More expensive than. When we express more, but if we want to express decreasing the adjective, we put less. more أكثر من, less أقل من. طب interesting, more interesting than or less interesting than. Let's turn to superlative. Superlative, tall. We put the plus est, the tallest, the tallest. Short, the shortest. Nice, the nicest. The big, the biggest. Hot, the hottest. Funny, the finest. When we talk about long adjective, we put the most before it, the most expensive, the most interesting, and so on. We have here some irregular adjectives. We can't transfer it by adding er or est. It is completely changed. Just like good, better, best. Good, better, the best. Bad, worse, the worst. Many, more, the most. Much, more, the most. Far, farther, the farthest. Far, farther, the farthest. Okay. Let's check our understanding. Comparative or superlative. Number 1, April is than January. We have here two things. Also, we have than, so we put er, warmer. April is warmer than January. Number 2, August is the month of the year. Excellent. We have here, we compare between August and months of the year. So is the hottest. August is the hottest. Number 3, November is than September. Good job. November is colder than September. Number 4, it is the Tree in the park. Very good. The oldest tree in the park. My mobile is than yours. Than. More expensive. Number 6. This text is the text in the book. Very good. The easiest. Easiest. Notice here we transfer Y with IEST. Easiest. Number 7. It is the film this week. Long adjective. The most boring. The most boring film in this week. Number 8. Bum's hair is than Kate's hair. Very good. Longer than. Number 9. I think it is the day. Excellent. The longest day. Longest. Number 10. The place in Paris. The most beautiful place in Paris. The most beautiful place. Number 11. These cakes are the in this shop. Excellent. Good here. Completely changed to the best in the shop. These cakes are the best in this shop. Number 12. Your car is than mine. Very good. Cheaper than mine. Cheaper than. 13. Bob is than Nick. Very good. Taller than. Bob is taller than Nick. 14. Sam is the boy in the class. Yes, the tallest boy in the class. The tallest boy in the class. Number 15. Tom is 2 years than Paul. Of course, younger than. Tom is 2 years younger than Paul. The last one. This building is the beautiful. The most beautiful. Very good. Good job for you all. Let's turn to the next topic. The last topic. Unit 6. We will talk about to plus the verb in the infinitive or verb plus ing. Here we have some verbs and we should keep what kind of the verbs comes after it. So I try to summarize these verbs for you in this chart. Notice that the verbs in yellow take the forms in red. Stop, the verb stop takes to plus the infinitive. Stopped to buy. Suggested having. Suggest verb plus ing. Afford to buy. Used to speaking. promise to study. Stop here takes two kinds of verbs, so making, denied, breaking, allow to stay, mind, landing, manage to find, remember to study, like going, fond of playing, easy to answer, looking forward, meeting, looking forward to meeting. Okay, try to keep it. Also, we have a, an, and the. We put a, an before singular countable nouns. singular countable nouns، الأشياء المعدودة المفردة أو الأسماء المعدودة المفردة. We put a before the words starts on consonant sound. Consonant sound, any letters of alphabetical order. But an, we put an with before. We put an before nouns which starts with vowel sounds. A, E, I, O, U. Okay. Number two, when we talk about something for the first time, when we put or when we mention anything for the first time. I gave my sister a book. I usually have an orange for a breakfast. We didn't mention these two words before. The third thing, to say what something is. After verb to be. He is a teacher. It is a cat. He is a man, and so on. Number four, with some expressions. Have a bath, have a rest, have a test, have a drink, and so on. But we use the with certain actions or certain circumstances, used with unique things. Unique things الأشياء الفريدة اللي مفيش زيها. The sun gives us heat and light. There is only one sun in our world. Number two, names of seas, oceans, rivers. The river Nile is the longest river. The river Nile. Number three, with superlative adjectives, as we said soon. Superlative. Adil is the tallest. The tallest. Number four, with discoveries. The whale discovered the femtosecond. The femtosecond. The telephone, the electricity, and so on. Number five, with musical instruments. Musical instruments, the guitar, the piano, and so on. Number six, with adjectives to make nouns. We put them before adjectives to make the noun meaning. We should help the poor. هنا مش معناها الفقير، معناها the poor الفقراء. Okay, we can't use it with the plural and uncountables، الجمع والغير معدود. Don't like coffee. Do you like coffee? Do you like coffee? Horses run so fast. Number two, names of countries and continents. Countries and continents. Egypt is in Africa. Egypt, country, Africa, continent. Let's have a tour in Europe. In Europe. Okay, number three, names of people. We can't put the before nouns. or names. Number 4, names of month or days. August is hotter than May and June. With names of subjects. I like English, I like Arabic, I like science, I like math without that. With names of meals. الوجبات. Let's have lunch, let's have breakfast, let's have dinner, and so on. Okay, let's check our understanding. In Miss Duffy's chicken, there was Betty Pole in the table. Betty Pole in the table. Ah, we didn't mention it before. Bowl was full balm. We mentioned it, so we put that. Number 2. In Mr. Davis' workshop, there was screwdriver and chisel on the work. Screwdriver, we haven't mentioned it before, so we put a. Chisel, also a. Number 3. Behind Mr. Davis' house there was courtyard. We haven't mentioned it. A. Courtyard. In country yard you stood. The country, we mention it, so the. Old peach tree, we didn't mention it, so we choose N. Here, old beach, and we choose N. Number 4, Sally's present was blue and white boat. A. Across the middle of boat، احنا اتكلمنا عنه قبل كده. The. This bakery usually sells delicious cakes. Delicious cake. A. Delicious cake, uncountable nouns, so no articles. But cakes which I bought today were terrible. Plural, so no articles also. At last, in units we have some important phrasal verbs. We should revise them carefully. I tried to sum up them for you. I think you all know them, but I just remind you, my dear students. So don't forget. We have here do and make. We should use these nouns with do and these nouns with make. You can take screenshot to revise them. Do project, do homework, do favor, do exam, do housework, do harm, do laundry, do washing, and so on. Make a list, make friends, make decision, make money, make habits, make promise, make a visit, make mistake, make noisy, and so on. The next one, make and take. We use these verbs with make and these nouns with make and these nouns with take. Make escape, make mistake, make fun, make decision, but take notice, take photo, take a holiday, take a part, take turns, take place, and so on. Also, we have phrasal verbs with a stand, stand, stand up for, stand out, stand up, stand in for, stand by. Take it screenshot to revise them. Phrasal verbs with bring, bring back, bring around, bring up, bring out, bring forward. Also catch, catch the bus, catch eye, catch cold, catch glimpse, catch fire. The last one, phrasal verbs with look, look into, look up, look out, look for, look after. Okay. I have here important hints. Some important hints for using different kind of verbs. Try to concentrate with me. Use the infinitive form when we see. You should use the infinitive form with when you see. Number 1, do, does, did, do, don't, doesn't, didn't. If we see any word of these, use the infinitive form. The next point, when we see, always, usually, often, sometimes, never, hardly, the words of the present simple tense with the subjects, I, we, you, they, only. When I say these words with I, we, you, they. The last one, when we see auxiliary verbs, just like can, could, shall, should, will, would. If I see these verbs, you should use the infinitive form. Also, we should use the second form of the verb, the past, when you see the past form, when you see these words, yesterday, last week, last month, last year, in the past, at once, or any time in the past. We should use the past form of the verb. Also, we should use the third form of the verb, past participle, when you see have, has, had as a present perfect, have or has or had. Or when I see am, is, are in the passive form, only. في المبني للمجهول فقط. The last one, we use the verb plus ing when you see verb plus ing. Am, is, are, was, were, verb to be. In the past and in the present. Don't put verb plus ing without them. Okay, I'm sure that you all know all these points, but just remind you I just remind you بنفتكر مع بعض. Finally, I want to thank you all for your watching, and I hope I could revise the most important topics in your curriculum that you may need before the exam. I wish you all goodbye. I wish you all good luck and see you soon in the second term, inshallah. Goodbye. Goodbye, my dear.